Over 40, tired of feeling tired and wanting to hop up off the couch, and you're worried that you won't be able to be moving around in the future? Well, congratulations, you're exactly where you need to be. I'm Carlo Lande, and I'll be your guide. So you'll be thanking yourself 10 years from now for taking 15 minutes out of your day to work on yourself. You've come to your daily dose of sweat, self-love, and positivity. And today what we're doing is we're actually doing a full body circuit that is low impact if we're nice and controlled with our movements. And it's perfect for someone that's middle-aged, especially if you haven't been moving around a whole heck of a lot. So again, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be cranking it out. So follow along at your own pace. The goal is 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, but take your rest when you need to, okay? Today's word of power is I am grateful for my body's capabilities. Keep that in the back of your mind as we're starting to do our workout. And without further ado, we're gonna start with some step pushes. So we're gonna step to the side, push out, step to the side, push out. We're gonna keep our elbows 45 degrees in that push archetype, working on that chest and getting some steps in, boom, 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 pushing out, pushing out, pushing out. Remember, go at your own pace. If you want and you want to burn more calories, you can speed it up. Just make sure you're nice and controlled though, okay? So you can go boom, 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 boom. Just cranking it out like no, never mind. We're going for 40 seconds. Holy Toledo, I am grateful for my body's capabilities. We are cranking out like no, never mind. We got 5 seconds of this step and push, working on that push archetype and our chest, and boom. So congratulations, first 40 seconds down. We got 20 seconds rest, so take the time to rest, relax, replenish your energy. So what time do you guys usually like to work out? I usually like to work out in the morning. That's when I find myself the most productive. Some people are evening birds, but you know what? At the end of the day, as long as you get a workout in, it's all good what time it is, right? So next what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a standing knee lift with a twist, working on those obliques. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna lift up and we're gonna rotate. We're gonna lift up and rotate. Think elbow to knee, elbow to knee, elbow to knee. So I'm gonna stand to the side so you can see. So elbow to knee, elbow to knee. My goodness, cranking it out. We should be feeling some good rotations through our obliques as we're doing this movement, getting some good movement in, especially if we haven't been moving around a whole heck of a lot, right? We want to make sure that we can keep constantly moving through ranges of motion, which includes rotation through T-spine, as well as being able to lift our legs up because we need to go upstairs, right? So all in all, we want to make sure that we can keep constantly moving. So this will help your body get primed and ready to rock and roll. And this will help prepare the body for the exercises to come. So we got 3 seconds here, and then boom, 20 seconds rest now. So congratulations, you've made it this far, so thank yourself. Again, really, really, really great job with this. So all in all, we're gonna keep cranking it out in 10 seconds here. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go into our low impact jacks, okay? So we're gonna get into overhead positions as we're doing this movement. So it's gonna be good and glorious, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna step to the side here, boom, arms up in the air. We had a fun concert. We waving our arms up in the air because we like the music. We like hearing the good and glorious sounds of the trumpets of victory and triumph. My goodness, things are starting to heat up. We should be burning a whole heck of a lot already. My goodness, we cooking with gas already. And we're gonna be dining with triumph and victory in a second. So really, really, really great job cranking it out, getting that heart rate up. My goodness, golly gee gumdrops, I am grateful for my body's capabilities, and we cranking it out. We got 5 more seconds of this. Holy Toledo, we there, and boom. Really, really, really well done. So all in all, we're cranking out a whole heck of a lot. We got 20 seconds of rest, relaxation. Remember, we're feeling a little tuckered out, a little bit out of breath. Every time you take your air in, we are breathing in health, and then we are exhaling any pain, any weakness. We are breathing in health, energy, and strength. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do our ever so fun side squat and reach. So we're gonna actually stand as wide as we can. We're gonna do a really shallow squat, and then we're gonna switch to do a little bit of shallow squat, and then we're gonna reach. So we're getting a good stretch on the adductors right here, and we're just gonna switch to the opposite side. Boom, good stretch on the adductors here, but we're reaching here. My goodness, I'm gonna stand to the other side here so you can see. We don't need to sit super deep into this. Boom. Nice good stretch on the adductors. Your adductors are your ever so fun adductor longus, adductor magnus, adductor brevis, and gracilis. They all work with closing the legs. So when we're sitting out like this, we're getting them a good stretch. So notice that as I'm doing the movement, I'm making sure that my knee is still over top of my toe, and we're not having that cave in a whole heck of a lot, okay? So boom, 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 nice shallow sits, Boom, good stretch on those adductors like no never mind. And awesome, so you made it already this far. Congratulations, thank yourself. You're doing absolutely phenomenal, okay? And again, thank yourself for taking the time to crank out this workout. And in about 8 seconds, bells of victory and triumph will ringeth, and we'll go ahead and start cranking it out. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little bit of a front kick. We're gonna say, you know what, back off, get your own sandwich, right? So we're gonna go boom, boom, a front kick, boom, front kick. Holy Toledo, front kick. Stand to the side so you can see. Boom. Back off. Get your own sandwich. Boom. Remember, before we start lifting up this leg, make sure that that foot is grounded so that we're balanced. My goodness. Holy Toledo, this should be feeling pretty darn good. Doing some kicks, telling people to get their own sandwich because you got your own, and you're going to be dining with it because you're cranking it out and moving around like you haven't moved in the last little bit, right? My goodness. Holy Toledo. Absolutely phenomenal. Okay, so you're doing great. We almost there. We almost there. We got 3 seconds. We got 3 seconds, and boom. Congratulations. Again, that's the first round. You did absolutely phenomenal. So again, thank yourself for making it all the way here so far. If you've gotten this far, again, commit to yourself, and remember to hit that like and subscribe button to get access to all the new videos coming out with all the exercises to come, because this is getting you primed and ready to start cranking it out and building some muscle. So again, take some air in, have some water, replenish your energy, and we're going to start the whole thing all over again. Okay, so take your time, have some water, and we're going to go ahead and get started in about 5 more seconds. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we are good. We're gonna start stepping to the side, arm pushes, boom. Remember, we're staying in that push archetype, making sure that elbows are 45 degrees, hands are in the midline of our chest. As we're pushing, we should be feeling our chest because we're doing one of the main functions of our chest is pushing out like this, right? We should also be feeling our triceps in the back because we're extending the elbows. Main function of your triceps is elbow extension. So we're extending the elbows like this, blasting those triceps and blasting the chest at the same time. My goodness, whole bunch of birds with one stone as we step in, getting those steps in, burn those calories like no never mind. Remember, I am grateful for my body's capabilities, and boom, awesome. So again, really great job making it this far. We're gonna go ahead and start in the next 15 seconds into our standing knee lift, okay? Standing knee lift with that twist, okay? So we got 8 seconds still. Have some water real quick because we're gonna start cranking it out, okay? All in all, we should be getting a good sweat on, but again, really, really, really great job. So we're gonna stand, we're gonna twist, we're gonna stand, we're gonna twist, boom. My goodness, those obliques should be feeling like they're lighting up like a Christmas tree. It's a holiday season on your core as we're doing this movement here. My goodness, holy Toledo and golly gee gumdrops, you're cranking it out, and I am grateful for my body's capabilities. My goodness, holy Toledo. Things are heating up, getting a good sweat on as we're doing this movement. We got 8 seconds. Remember, if you want to burn more calories, you can always speed it up. Just make sure that you are nice and controlled as you're doing the movement. My goodness, we got 3 seconds, and boom. Awesome, made it all the way here. Thank yourself, give yourself a nice pat in the back. Absolutely cranking it out, okay? So in about 10 or 12 seconds, we're gonna start cranking out our low impact jacks. We're gonna stand to the side. We're gonna be waving down the airplanes of joy and health as we're doing the movement. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna, boom. Oh, joy and health right here, right here. I'm taking the time for myself to start moving. I haven't moved in a while. My goodness, and now you're doing absolutely phenomenal because you've made it almost to the end of the second round. Golly gee gumdrops, gee willikers, I am grateful for my body's capabilities like no never mind. Remember, make sure we're getting air in. Don't save your breath for cooling your porridge, right? Make sure we're breathing, getting those jacks in, like no never mind. We got 5 seconds. Great movement through our shoulders. So this is awesome because we're always gonna need to reach for things above our head. Remember, when we're doing this, make sure that as we're doing it, we're keeping the arm in line with the ear, right? But we got some time to rest and relax, replenish that energy. We got 10 more seconds before we start cranking out our side squat with that reach, okay? So again, we don't need to sit super shallow into it or super deep into it. We can sit nice and shallow, okay? So from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a seat, and boom. Take a seat, and boom. Take a seat and boom. Again, not super shallow, right? Boom, just so you can get a good stretch in those adductors. Boom, boom, boom. So what music do you guys listen to when you work out? I am a big fan of new retro wave and 80s montage music. It makes me feel like I'm in a training montage like Rocky IV, which is a glorious, glorious training montage, especially for back in my day. Definitely was a really great way to get pumped up watching that montage. And boom. Awesome. So take a second, rest, relax. You still got about 15 seconds now of rest, relaxation. Stand tall, open those airways, take that air in. Remember, when you're breathing, you are inhaling that energy, that strength, that positivity, and you're exhaling any of that tiredness and lethargy, right? So what we're gonna do is, again, we're gonna do back off, get your own sandwich. We're gonna be doing that kick, boom. You're gonna stand to the side so you can see, boom. Boom, make sure we're nice and balanced as we're doing the movement. Holy Toledo, you are getting a ton of steps in as you're doing this. If you notice that pretty much everything that we're doing right now, we step inside to side. We're getting steps in like no, never mind. So you're burning calories. You're burning calories because you've taken 10 minutes out of your busy schedule to work on yourself. So congratulations. This is the first step to living an active and better life. You're almost there. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to be cranking it out. Back off, get your own sandwich in 3, 2, 1. Boom, awesome. So again, really, really, really great making it through that second round, okay? So we almost there, last little bit, okay? So all in all, you're doing absolutely phenomenal. So take this time, rest, relax, replenish your energy, get that air in and get some water in, okay? So you're doing great, okay? So all in all, again, we're gonna do one more round of cranking it out, and then in 3, 2, 1, and then let's go. Step and push, step and push, step and push, step and push. Holy Toledo, getting in that push up, getting a good pump on my chest as I'm doing this movement, getting in some steps. Congratulations, you made it this far. We almost there. Last little bit. Boom, boom, boom. Holy Toledo. So again, if you haven't already, and until you're committed to yourself to make sure that you're living that active life, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button so you're aware of all the exercises to come, because this movement here, all these movements that you're doing will prime and ready you for your muscle building exercises coming up. Okay, so really good. You got 20 seconds to rest, relax, replenish energy. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna crank it out again, okay? We've got our standing knee lift with twist, and then we're gonna go ahead and crank it out in about 7 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1, and then boom, 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 boom. Really good. Lifting those legs. Again, if you're feeling like you want to burn a ton more calories, get those steps in, get that speed up, but make sure it's nice and controlled. My goodness, it's like you, Mike Tyson, dodging punches and ready to throw him. Holy Toledo, you a heavyweight champ. Like, no, never mind. We got 15 seconds here. Getting that heart rate up, getting some good air and energy in. Like, no, never mind. My goodness, you're doing absolutely phenomenal. We got 3, 2, 1. Boom, awesome. Okay, take this 20 seconds, rest, relax, replenish energy. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go into our low impact jacks coming up. So again, be in that good overhead position, arm in line with ear as we're stepping side to side. Remember, you can speed it up if you like, just make sure it's nice and controlled. Okay, so we got 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and boom. My goodness, holy Toledo, things are heating up. It's okay if you are sweating and muscles are burning as you're doing this movement, because remember, when you are working out and muscles burn, muscles 79 to 80% water, right? Boiling water turns to steam, and steam powers locomotives. So choo choo, next stop is victory and triumph. We almost there. 15 seconds, 12 seconds, 10 seconds, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My goodness, I am grateful for my body's capabilities. Congratulations, you've made it all the way here. We got one more thing to do. We're just gonna be that back off, get your own sandwich After that, you can stretch, replenish your energy, get some fluids in, and get some good grub, okay? So, in 3, 2, 1, we doing back off, get your own sandwich. Back off, get your own sandwich. My goodness, look at you moving like no one ever mind. You a machine. You full of energy, you full of life. You cranking it out, we almost there. We got 25 seconds of holy heck, and then freedom. You are doing absolutely phenomenal. Thank yourself for making it all the way here, taking the time out of your day to make sure that you are living that active life. And then again, you're gonna thank yourself years from now for taking this time today. So really, really, really good. 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1, boom. Congratulations, you made it all the way to the end. Again, thank yourself for taking the time out of your day to work on yourself so you can start living more actively. So again, if you made it all the way to the end of the video, say, I am grateful for my body in the comments so I know you made it all the way. And until next time, I'm Carlo Lande.